According to an Inc. study of 2,000 people, money, saving money, making money was the third most popular resolution last year. It came in third place after eating more healthily and taking more exercise, by the way. But money is always one of the most popular New Year's resolutions, and the time to start is right now in mid-December. Don't wait until the 1st of January like everyone else does. Get your resolutions in place right now and you have a much better chance of success. There was another study from the US News and World Report that found that on average, New Year's resolutions have something like an 80% failure rate, and on average people lose their resolve around mid-February. But that is not going to be you, is it? That's why you're watching this video. By the end of this video, you'll know the 11 healthy money habits to start for 2021. In fact, start them earlier, start them right now. Let's get right on with these. These are the money habits, the healthy money habits that we share with our clients that result in them being wealthier and happier, because after all, what's the purpose of money if it's not to make you happier? Hi everyone, I'm Martin Bamford, a chartered financial planner at Informed Choice, and on this channel I make videos about personal finance, investing and happiness. If that sounds like a potent mix for you, something you need in your own life, take just a second to press that little red subscribe button. It's completely free of charge and it will help you become part of our subscriber community. You'll never miss out on a future video. Healthy money habit number one for 2021 is to spend less than you earn. Now, we all know this is a foundation of great financial planning. It's about budgeting. It's about creating a positive gap between what you bring in and what goes out the door or out the bank account each and every month. The bigger that gap is, the bigger the gap between income and expenditure, the more opportunity you have to allocate money, to allocate resources towards your future financial goals. So right now, grab your last 3 months worth of bank statements, pick up a red pen and put a cross next to items of expenditure that no longer serve you well. Try and create a bigger gap between what you bring in and what goes out. Healthy money habit number two is to pay yourself first. When we get on an aeroplane and we get that safety briefing, we're always told to put our own oxygen mask on first before we help other people around us. It's the same with money. You need to help yourself first. You need to pay yourself first. So each and every month at the start of the month, make sure you're allocating money towards your savings, towards your investments, towards your financial future. Paying yourself first each and every month is relatively simple. Take a look at your budget, take a look at the amounts that you've allocated towards savings and investments, which should be at least 20% by the way, and then automatically put those into the relevant accounts at the start of each month. Now, Becky and I do this from our current account on payday every single month on the first of the month. Money is automatically sent across via standing order to savings accounts and to investment accounts, because when you pay yourself first, you know that what is left is what you've got to live on for the rest of a month, and you budget and work within that figure accordingly. The best approach here is to automate this process. Don't rely on your fallibility. Don't rely on you having to do it manually each and every month. Set up those standing orders, make it an automatic process. It's much easier to set and stick with a habit like this when it's happening automatically. Healthy money habit number three is to spend money on experiences, not on stuff. If you want a shortcut to happiness, then spend money on experiences, not on material purchases. There's lots of research on this, but it shows us that spending money on experiences brings us greater pleasure because of the anticipation, but also because of the memories it creates. There was a study published earlier this year in the Journal of Experimental Social Psychology. They found that people who bought experiences expressed much higher levels of happiness than people who spent money on material purchases. But look, there is a loophole here for people like me who love buying stuff as much as we love buying experiences, and that is it's okay to buy stuff that facilitates an experience. So in my case, if I go out and buy myself a new kayak, that facilitates the experience of going out and exploring local rivers and canals. If I buy myself a new camera, it facilitates the experience of taking landscape photos and wildlife photos. So think carefully about the things you buy, whether they are an experience or a purchase that facilitates the experience. Both of those can drive a great deal of happiness into your life. In short though, if it gets you out the house, if it gets you out there doing things, then it is a good thing to spend money on. Healthy money habit number four, and that is to keep your eye on the prize. Financial planning is a long-term process, and it can become quite disheartening when you measure progress in terms of years or even decades. It's very hard to see your short-term progress. So keep your eye on that big prize. One really effective way of doing that is to break down your big goal into lots of mini milestones. It's much easier to see your progress when you're looking at the micro progress towards a macro goal. So look for mini micro milestones, tick off your progress as you go, and reward yourself as you get to each micro milestone. As you make progress towards your big financial goals, make sure you keep your eye on that prize by visualizing the end goal, visualizing what you're trying to achieve. One really effective way of doing that is to create a mood board, get lots of images, and really bring your financial planning goal to life with images of what you're trying to achieve. Mood boards are a really powerful tool for staying on track. Healthy money habit number 5 is to find yourself a financial accountability buddy. If you want to go fast, go alone. If you want to go far, go with a friend. Sticking to your healthy money habits over time, getting past the hump of the first, say, 6 weeks of a new year is tricky if you go it alone, if you're going it solo. But a financial accountability buddy can act as your cheerleader. They can keep you accountable. They can serve to keep you honest as you make progress towards your goals. This tends to be a two-way street, that you keep them on track and they keep you on track, so you're working as a team to get to where you want to be. Look for someone who has similar financial goals to you and share the headline figures so you understand what you're both trying to achieve, because whilst your goals will be similar, there will be some differences. And then schedule regular check-ins, whether that's the end of each week, fortnight or month, where you look together at the progress you're making, you discuss the challenges you're overcoming, and you just G each other up a little bit, you keep each other motivated. Most importantly, as with all these things, make it fun. So again, set yourself some little rewards for achieving each of your micro milestones and sharing those rewards with your financial accountability buddy. Healthy money habit number 6, never feel guilty about spending money on health or education. These are the two categories of spending, I believe, that it's always okay to justify, because really it's an investment in your future. If you spend money on improving your health and fitness, well, that gives you loads more energy. It makes you able to earn more money to come up with new business ideas, but it also hopefully reduces future costs associated with illness, with time off work, with all the things that come from poor health in the future. And likewise, when it comes to education, by spending money on your self-improvement, on your education, you are investing in yourself. It's about personal growth, personal development. So far this year, as a personal example, I've bought myself a Peloton and signed up for their online classes, because getting to a gym at the moment isn't the easiest thing in the world to do. And I've also invested in plenty of books, I'm a big reader, but a couple of online courses to improve my search engine optimization skills and my video production skills. Never ever feel guilty about spending money on your health or your fitness or your education. Healthy money habit number 7, and that is to pay off your debt. Now, debt isn't necessarily a bad thing. There are some good forms of debt as well as bad forms of debt, but generally debt serves as a drag on our ability to achieve our long-term financial goals. So killing off your debt is a really healthy money habit to have. And actually, in many cases, the return you get from repaying debt will be much higher than the return you can get from cash savings, and sometimes even higher than the return you can get from investing money. And that's because the cost of paying off debt, of servicing debt, comes out of your net income, your income after tax. So say you have a personal loan with an APR of 12% and you're a higher rate taxpayer paying income tax at 40%. Because the money used to repay your loan, to service your loan, comes out of your net income, the effective rate of return on repaying every pound of that personal loan is not 12%, it's 16.8%. And you won't get that from cash savings, you won't get it from many forms of investment. It's a guaranteed return and it's a high level of return. So make 2021 the year that you really tackle your debt. Healthy money habit number 8 is to shop around, don't be loyal. Now, loyalty is a fantastic trait to have in many, many areas of life, but not when it comes to your money. And that's because insurance companies and utility providers, they charge you a so-called loyalty penalty if you stick with them for long periods of time. This is the penalty you pay for your inertia. If you fail to shop around, you pay more. And that's because these companies, they lure in new customers with really attractive headline rates, headline premiums, and then over time they ratchet up the cost of your premiums, the cost of your payments at each renewal date. So shop around each year, overcome this loyalty penalty. Regulators are trying to address the loyalty penalty issue, but they are dragging their heels. They're taking too long over it. So you need to take control over this element of your life yourself. And it's a simple thing to do. Make a list of everything you pay for that automatically renews each year. This is likely to be your motor and home insurance. It's likely to be your gas and electric bill, your broadband and telephone bills as a starter. And then go to a price comparison website, put your details in and see how much money you can save. If you've not done it for a while, you could be saving hundreds, if not thousands of pounds a year through paying less for these renewable products, these renewable utilities. So it's a really worthwhile exercise. There are not many areas in your life where you can earn hundreds or even thousands of pounds for a couple of hours of work. It's very, very satisfying. This has to be a habit though. This has to be something you do each and every year. Don't fall back into the loyalty penalty trap. So make sure you shop around on a regular basis and don't pay the price of inertia. Healthy money habit number 9 is to unsubscribe from everything. This one might not sound like a healthy money habit, but trust me it is. I'll just give an example. When you go into a shop and buy something and the shop assistant offers to email you the receipt instead of print it out and hand it to you, it feels like they're doing you a favour, doesn't it? But they're really not. They're trying to capture your email address so they can send you offers, so they can sell stuff to you. Those email offers we get from the retailers we use on Black Friday, for the New Year sale, for the summer sale, at any other time of year, it feels like you're saving money when you take them up, but you're not, you are spending money. So something that's normally priced at £200 with 20% off is not saving you £40. And don't worry, I've done the maths on this. It's actually costing you £160. If you can switch your brain around and get thinking in those terms, then all of a sudden you realise that getting email offers from retailers or even stuff through the post is a bad idea because it puts them in control of your spending and your emotions. So unsubscribe from everything. Give them a fake email address if you don't really need the receipt. And then when you do need to buy something, start from scratch, do your own research, shop around to get the best deal. Make sure you use a private browser window when you're doing this, and that's so the retailers can't track you down across the internet and display enticing offers in front of you when you visit other websites. That's what they love to do. And in a similar vein, healthy money habit number 10 for 2021 is to stop watching television adverts. There's no need for television adverts anymore, really, with television on demand, but television adverts are not a form of entertainment. They are a way to part you from your hard-earned cash. So if you have to watch live television, if you have to bring television adverts into your living room, then at a very minimum, make sure you press the mute button for the duration, but better still, leave the room, do something more productive, make yourself a cup of tea, and try and cut adverts out of your life. And then healthy money habit number 11, and that is to look out for your future self. Quick story time here. Back in the summer, I bought myself a white Tesla Model 3. First time in my life that I've owned a white car. Roll forward 6 months and now I own a muddy, dirty brown Tesla Model 3. I wasn't thinking about future Martin. I was thinking about Martin driving a lovely Model 3 white car in the midst of the summer when the roads were dry, when there wasn't much mud around. We are not, as humans, very good at looking after our future selves. There's this psychological term called self-continuity. Self-continuity measures our ability to see our future selves in terms of what extent things might be different, and some of us are better at doing this than others, but there are ways to improve your levels of self-continuity. One really powerful, effective way of doing this is to visualize yourself in the future, and I have an app recommendation here. It's a free app. I think it's available on iOS and Android, and it's called Aging Booth, and you take a selfie and you age that photo so you can see what you might look like in 30, 40, 50 years time. Having that really powerful visual representation of your future self is such an effective way to improve our sense of self-continuity and to reward our future self through the decisions we make today. If you found this video helpful, then there is something you can do really quickly to become a supporter of this channel, and that's just to press the like button. And you can become an even bigger supporter if you shared this video with your social network, with a friend who might find it useful. That would be a huge help to us as well. Until next time, thank you for watching. I'm Martin Bamford, and when it comes to your money, the more you know, the faster it can grow.